Okay guys, time for a little flow yoga, but we'll start off as usual doing some stretches. So go ahead and lie back over your mat, knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat. Tuck your chin, bring it in closer towards your chest. Envision your shoulder blades spreading across the mat, and then let go of the weight of your hips. Align your heels directly behind your toes. And then slide the outer edges of your feet towards the outer edges of your mat. And then leave your feet exactly where they are, but you're going to start shifting the knees towards the right. So slowly. So as you shift the knees towards the right, you roll onto the outer edge of the right foot, inner edge of your left. Try closing your eyes and breathing in deep through your nose. Exhaling it out long and slow through your nose. Your arms are extended out, the palms are facing down. And just try to release your legs towards the right side as much as you can, breath by breath. Think about letting go of that right leg completely. Really leaning into the inner edge of your left foot. And then slowly bring the knees back to the center. And again, make sure your outer edges of your feet are touching the outer edges of your mat. And then shift the knees towards the left. Slowly rolling onto the outer edge of the left foot, inner edge of the right. You feel that inner curve of that right hip bone rolling towards the center of your belly. And take deep breaths in, and as you exhale long and slow, let your body sink a little deeper into the stretch. Try to let go of that left leg completely. Think about softening through the inner thighs. And then you're going to start shifting the legs from side to side. The movement is kind of like the movement of the windshield washers on your car. In and out through your nose. So you start warming up that lower back, the hips, stretching the muscles in your glutes, engaging the inner thigh muscles, in and out through the nose. And then one more time to each side. And then come back to the center. Draw the right knee in towards your chest. And then the left. Cross the ankles. Wrap your arms around your legs. So maybe you can hook the index fingers together, or maybe you can just cup the shins with your palms, and then use the strength in your arms to draw the thighs in towards the rib cage, and then lengthen the arms, let the thighs move away, and then draw them back in. You'll feel the pelvis tuck, you'll feel a stretch in your glutes and a stretch in your lower back. Draw them in Lengthen the arms, release the hips. Uncross the ankles. Bring your hands down to either sides of your hips. Lengthen one leg up. Tuck your chin, gaze up at the toes. Relax the shoulders. Lengthen the other leg up. Point the toes. Flex the feet. Think about reaching up towards the ceiling with your heels. Pulling the toes down towards your shins. Point and flex. Point and flex. Then relax the feet. Let the thighs move away slightly, and then make circles with your ankles going in one direction. You might hear the ankles popping. And then switch directions. And then stop. Press the legs back together. Hands on the outsides of the thighs, elbows on the mat on either side. And then open the legs wide as your body lets you. Use your hands to support the weight of your legs. Bring them together and open. Bring them together and open. Tuck your chin. Relax the shoulders. Try to let the weight of your legs rest in your palms. Point the toes. Flex the feet. Press the legs back together. Bend the knees. Release the soles of your feet to the mat. Arms lift up and over your head. Tuck your chin. Slide your heels in really close to the glutes. Your feet are about hip-width distance apart. Align your heels directly behind your toes. Take a deep breath. Squeeze the glutes. Tuck the pelvis under, just barely lifting your glutes away from the mat. And then release. Squeeze and tuck. Release. Squeeze the glutes, tuck the pelvis under. You can feel the muscles in your thighs start to engage. And you feel that slight release in the lower back. And then release the hips back down completely. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, sink into the mat. Deep breath. Squeeze the glutes, tuck the pelvis under, and then continue pressing into your feet, lifting your hips, squeezing your glutes. Try to relax the belly completely, let go of the arms, squeeze and lift a little higher, and then try to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Try to feel the spinal bones as they come back in contact with the mat. And when the sacral bones touch, release the weight of your hips. And take a deep breath. Tuck the pelvis under. And then slowly lift up. Let the weight shift up your back towards your shoulder blades. Squeeze the glutes, lift up as high as you can. Let the shoulder blades spread across the mat. You feel the muscles in your glutes engage. Think about pushing those hip bones higher. And then roll down as slow as you possibly can. And once the backs of your hips touch, release. Try to let go completely, sink into the mat. Deep breath one more time. Press down through your feet, tuck the pelvis under, and then slowly lift up as high as you can. Squeeze the glutes, lift up higher. So the higher you lift your hips, the closer your chin comes towards your chest. And then slowly roll back down, one vertebrae at a time. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring one knee in towards your chest and then the other. Tuck your hands behind your thighs, tuck your chin. And you're going to start rocking Rock all the way up. Rock all the way back. So here you can use momentum. So you're releasing your back, you're rolling through the muscles in your glutes. One more time, go up. Come all the way back up. And then bring the bottoms of your feet together. Slide your feet as far forward as you can with the bottoms of your feet touching. Rock from side to side. Shift the weight from one side of your glutes to the other, and then find your center. Put your hands over your knees, and you're going to slide your hands down your legs to the tops of your feet. Maybe interlace your fingers around the toes. Tuck your chin, let your head hang down. Elbows can be resting over your legs, or maybe you can open the elbows past your legs and then sink a little bit deeper. Maybe the elbows and the forearms come to touch the mat. Envision your forehead coming to rest over your ankles. And envision what the hips are doing. They're opening, they're stretching over the sacral bones. The muscles in your glutes are stretching away from their connections. You're creating length and space between your vertebrae. Try to let go of the weight of your head completely. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. We're warming up the spine. Slowing down the pace of your breath. And then slowly lift your gaze, draw the belly in, lengthen the arms, and start sliding your fingertips back up your legs to the knees. You're going to lengthen that left leg straight forward. You're going to cross the right foot over to the other side of your left knee. Left hand is going to wrap around that right leg, using that hand to draw the knee and the thigh in towards your rib cage. Try to press all of the right foot into the floor, and then the right hand is going to go behind you. Look over that right shoulder. So think about rolling that right shoulder towards the back of the room. Use the left hand to draw that right thigh in close. Press that right foot on the floor. Flex the left foot. Roll that shoulder back. Try to gaze behind you. See if you can clear the bottom of the right rib cage past your thigh. And then sink into the glutes. See if you can press that left shoulder a little further forward and that right shoulder a little further back. Really twist. And then slowly unwind, uncross. Lengthen that right leg, bend the left knee. Bring the left foot to the outside of that right knee. Shift, lean. Try to press all of the left foot into the floor. Wrap the right arm around the left leg. Bring the left hand behind the left hip. Point the fingertips towards the back of the room. Now roll that left shoulder back. Press the right shoulder forward. Twist. Think about twisting your torso, pressing down through that left foot, gazing over the left shoulder, and using that right hand to draw the left thigh in close to the rib cage. Twist. Settle into what you feel, and then see if you can twist just a little bit more. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, untwist. Come back to the center. And come up to all fours. Wrist under shoulders. Knees under hips. Try to come to a flat back. Drop the belly, tilt the tailbone back and up. Press through the heels of your hands. Press the middle knuckles of your fingers into the mat. And lift your gaze. Really exaggerate that curvature in your spine. Think about reaching back with the tailbone, pressing through the hands, and try to see above your head. Look towards the ceiling. Deep breath. And then as you exhale, tuck the pelvis under, round the spine. Tuck your chin. Gaze back at your belly button. Press through the outer edges of your hands. Shift the weight further back into the knees. And round more. Tuck more. Inhale. Come back to the center, flat back. Drop the belly. Tilt the tailbone back and up. Lift your gaze. Deep breath. Belly in. And as you exhale, tuck and round. Shift the weight further into the knees. Press into the heels of your hands. Tuck the pelvis more. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, drop the belly. Tilt the tailbone back and up. Try to see above your head with your eyes. Deep breath. Tuck and round. Shift. Press into the heels of your hands. Draw the belly button in. Come back to the center. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Press back to down dog. Really press through the palms. Send the hips back. Send the heels of your feet towards the earth. Let the elbows roll in. Let go of the weight of your head. Try to find a sense of even balance from palm to palm, foot to foot. Really push through the palms. Tilt the tailbone back and then up towards the sky. Engaging all the muscles in your body. Draw the belly button in. Lift your gaze to the top of your mat. Shift the weight forward. Lower the knees. Untuck the toes. And this time release down to the elbows and the forearms. Palms touch. Interlace your fingers. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees. Push into the elbows and the forearms. Tuck your chin. Gaze back towards the toes. Really lean into those forearms. And then send the heels of your feet towards the earth. They don't have to touch. If your head touches the mat, absolutely no weight whatsoever on your head or your neck. Dolphin pose, you're building strength in your shoulders, lengthening your spine, stretching out your hamstrings. Deep breath. Belly in, take one small step forward with each foot. And then try to press the heels of your feet towards the earth. Draw the belly button in. And then slowly come down to the knees, untuck the toes, come up to all fours. Press through the hands. Send the right leg back, big toe on the mat. Find your balance here first. Then lift that right foot, lift it hip high, flex the foot. Imagine that the sole of your foot is pressing against the wall behind you. Press through the right hand, draw the belly button in, lengthen the left arm forward. Press the top of your left foot into the mat. Lengthen, reach forward with the left hand, back with the right heel. Lower the leg, the arm, draw the knee in. Send the left leg back, big toe on the mat. Draw the belly button and find your balance here first. Lift that left leg hip high, flex the foot. Press into the left hand, draw the belly button and extend the right arm forward. You're reaching forward with the right fingertips, back with the left heel. Release the hand, the big toe, draw the knee in. Inhale and switch, right leg goes back, lifted hip high. Lengthen the left arm forward. Now left arm goes to the left side. Bring that arm shoulder high. Right leg goes to the right side. Bring that right leg hip high. Lengthen. Release. Inhale. Switch. Left leg goes back. Right arm goes forward. Lift that leg hip high. Right arm goes to the right side. Left leg goes to the left side. Draw the belly button in. Lengthen. Release. Slide your knees towards the outer edges of your mat. Bring your big toes together. Slide the fingertips to the top of your mat. Pinky fingers touching the outer corners. Push into the hands. Send the hips back. Really press through the heels of your hands. Envision your glutes reaching back towards your heels. Look at the top of your mat. Release one elbow, one forearm, the other. The chest, the forehead. And here, relax your belly completely. Release the torso as much as your body allows. Breathe in through the nose and out through your nose. Envision your armpit sinking closer and closer to the mat. Lengthen your arms further forward if your body allows. Press into the palms, lift the elbows and the forearms, and really push through the heels of your hands. Send your hips further back. Rock from side to side, from knee to knee. And then release the forehead, the torso, the elbows, the forearms, your chest. Envision the outer edges of the rib cage resting against your inner thighs. And breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Lift your gaze to the top of your mat. Press into the knees and shift the weight forward into the elbows, the forearms. Slide your knees a little closer together. Lift up to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, press back to down dog. Deep breath. Lift your gaze. Bend the knees a little. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Slide the fingertips to the tops of your feet. Tuck your chin, gaze to the back of the room between your knees. Soften your elbows. Aim the crown of your head down towards the floor. And then bend the knees a lot. Start sliding your fingertips up your feet. Pressing down through your heels as you roll up. One vertebrae at a time. And then release the weight of your body into the earth through your feet. Squeeze the glutes, draw the belly button in. Inhale, circle the arms up and over your head. Look up, reach up. Squeeze the glutes, push the hip bones forward, and do a small back bend. Try to gaze behind you. Grip the floor with your toes. Try to find a sense of even balance from ankle to ankle, hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder. And then slowly come back up. Bring the hands heart center. Draw the belly button in. Inhale, circle the arms up and over your head. Exhale and fold forward. Tuck your chin. Plant your hands in front of your feet. Bend your knees. Lunge back with one leg. Find your balance here. Lunge back with the other leg. You're on the toes and the balls of your feet. Shift the weight forward into the hands. Lower the hips. You're in plank pose, push-up position. Draw the belly button in, tuck the pelvis under a little bit. Really press through the middle knuckles of your fingers. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, start bending the elbows. Chaturanga, hover right over the mat. And then lift, lengthen the arms. Up dog. Shoulder blades slide down your back. Breathe in, draw the belly button in. And as you exhale, tuck the toes, lift the knees, press back to down dog. Shift the weight to the right foot, the right hand. Back to the center, left foot, left hand. Back to the center, lift your gaze. Bend the knees a little. Lunge forward, right, left. Fold forward. Bend the knees. Roll up. Inhale, circle the arms up and over your head. Reach up, look up. Small back bend. Squeeze the glutes, push the hip bones forward, grip the floor with your toes. And come back up. Bring the hands heart center. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands, lunge back with one leg. The other plank pose. Drop the knees, untuck the toes. Up dog. Slide those shoulder blades down your back. Press through the hands. Draw the belly button in. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Press back to down dog. Lengthen through the arms. Elbows roll in. Try to press the heels of your feet towards the earth. Lift your gaze. Bend the knees. Plant the right foot between the hands. Angle out the left toes towards the left side. Inhale, come up. Warrior one. Tuck the pelvis. Relax the shoulder blades. Press into the outer edge of the left foot. Fingertips touch. Left arm goes back behind you. Gaze down the right middle finger. Shoulders and the hip bones face in the same direction. Bend that right knee. Sink a little deeper. Left hand meets the right. Bring the hands heart center. Inhale, circle the arms up and over your head. As you exhale, fold forward over that right thigh. One hand on either side of the right foot. Turn the left toes forward. Send that right leg back. Down dog. Press back. Elbows roll in. Reach back with the hips. Think about tilting the tailbone back and then up towards the sky. Let your head hang down. Root to the earth through the hands and your feet. Deep breath. Lift your gaze, bend the knees a little, plant the left foot between the hands, angle out the right toes. Inhale up. Warrior one. Tuck the pelvis, draw the belly button in. Press to the outer edge of the right foot, fingertips touch. Send the right arm back behind you, gazing down the left middle finger. One long line from fingertip to fingertip. Tuck the pelvis. Sink a little deeper. Right hand meets the left. Bring the hands heart center. Fold over that left thigh. Turn the right toes forward. One hand to either side of that left foot. Send that left leg back. Down dog. Press back. Press through the heels of your hands, lengthen the arms, tilt the hips back. Try to press the heels of your feet towards the earth. Elbows roll in. Close your eyes and observe the distribution of weight from hand to hand, shoulder to shoulder, through the balls of your feet. Grip the floor with your toes. Try to press your heels as close to the floor as you can and really tilt that tailbone back and up. Deep breath. Lift your gaze. Shift the weight forward. Lower the knees. Untuck the toes. Bring one knee between the hands. And then slowly turn to sitting. Chin to chest. Navel to spine. Lift your gaze, breathing in deeply through your nose, and exhaling it out long and slow through your nose. Breathe in and breathe out. Deep breath. Chest rises. Lift the crown of your head. Eyes are closed. Bring the hands heart center. Press the tips of your pinky fingers together. Take a deep breath. And exhale it out long and slow. Let the weight of your body melt into the earth. Press the tips of your ring fingers together. Inhale. And exhale. Press the tips of your middle fingers together. Breathe in. And breathe out. Tips of your index fingers together. Inhale. And exhale. Tips of your thumbs together. Breathe in. And breathe out. Chin to chest. Release the hands to the mat in front of you. And start walking the hands forward, rounding the upper body over your legs. Slide your hands further apart. Slide your elbows back towards your knees. And envision your forehead coming closer and closer to the mat with every exhalation. Every exhalation is an opportunity to allow the spine to lengthen more and the hips to open. And the lower back to release. Deep breath. Draw the belly in. Lift your gaze. Press through the hands, lengthen the arms. And then slowly come back up. Hands heart center. Chin to chest. Deep breath. Chest rises, lift your gaze. In humble gratitude for one more day, this body, this breath. May you walk in peace, in light, in joy, and in love. Until we meet again, namaste.